Yes, brothers and sisters, lovers, haters, boys, girls and vibrations, hope everyone's well, hope everyone's blessed, hope everyone's had a lovely Monday. Really enjoyed the boxing last night. You know, I enjoyed the Badou Jack fight, you know, the most. But the main event was very entertaining, I thought. You know, I thought they were well matched. You know, I thought Tommy done more than enough to win the fight. I'm not sure what one of the judges was thinking. You know, he was outpunched him, outworked him, you know, landed the better combinations, you know, applied pressure when he needed to. You know, he got the W quite easily in my eyes, even though the knockdown was conceded in the last round. You know, the knockdown was a legitimate knockdown. It wasn't a heavy knockdown. You know, Tommy wasn't hurt. He wasn't buzzed. But he just nudged him back enough as he was stepping forward just to make him slip. You know, the punch caused the slip. So it was a legitimate knockdown. I thought the referee was terrible. Absolutely terrible. It wasn't giving them long to work to get out. Every time they came together, he was breaking them up. You know, I thought the refereeing was really bad, you know, to put it mildly. That idiot Logan Paul shouting insults and that top note on the mic in between rounds, you know, I thought was disgusting. These people are men who love boxing. Well, why don't you treat the sport with some respect? Logan Paul is a proper wet wipe. You know, he guns on, you know, like a spoilt child. You know, he's obviously been handed, you know, everything on a plate most of his life. And, you know, most of that he probably didn't deserve. You know, so when things aren't going his way, what do? You get these immature, uncontrollable outbursts, you know, because he's just a little girl, you know, a wet lettuce, a muppet, a sausage, a divvy. You know, I've got no time for him at all. But Jake Paul took it quite well. And I was pleased that he, you know, took it on the chin and, you know, accepted defeat from the better man. You know, he did try and camouflage it with a couple of excuses immediately, but ultimately he accepted the defeat. So he went up a bit in my estimations. You know, I was never a big Jake Paul fan, but that brother of his, he's just a proper wet lettuce. Did you see him storming off when they tried to ask him what he thought of the decision? And he was like, it was bullshit. Looked like he was going to cry. You know, and then obviously somebody who knows something about boxing has obviously said to him, listen, mate, your brother got beat fair and square there. And then when he was asked later on, he was like, still looked like he was going to cry, but he was like, yeah, you know, it was the correct decision. Yes, it was the correct decision. Logan Paul, you mug. You know, your brother got beat fair and square. You know, so pick your lip up and get on with it. You know, you'll be fine. But here we go. There's my 500 notes from the bookies. Thank you very much, Tommy. I'm glad Tommy got the win, of course. You know, I'm glad he made a fortune. And I'd pay to see the rematch. You know, I mean, it was what it was. All these pundits and experts and analysts, you know, they all got it wrong. You know, and they won't even hold their hands up and say they got it wrong. I've got a few predictions wrong, you know, but when you're a professional, you know, a paid analyst, a paid pundit, or a professional fighter, you get it wrong. Hold your hands up and say you get it wrong. Don't turn around now and say, oh, well, you know, he didn't knock him out. He can't even knock a YouTuber out. Hang on a minute. All you've been saying is that Tommy Fury was going to get decked. He was going to get flattened. Now it's Tommy didn't do enough. He said he wasn't going to win, and he won. So it's as simple as that. You know, Jake Paul definitely looked like he belonged in there with him, you know. And in fairness, I think they belonged in there with each other. They were good dance partners, you know. I'll watch the rematch. I'll be putting $1,000 on Tommy this time, you know, if the rematch gets over the line. But anyway, thank you for listening. I'm off to the gym, brothers and sisters. Bye-bye for now.